Awards. Let's wrap it up.
All right, MVP, Jay.
Tom Brady.
Russell Wilson. And you alluded to that earlier. You said I thought you were going to say Russell Wilson based upon what you said earlier, that this is all setting up for this to be his year. And I think this is I think he's finally getting his respect. You saw him come in at number 2 on the NFL Players Top 100, which I think was a bit too high, not over Patrick Mahomes, but he's finally getting his respect for the players. And I think this year he's going to get his respect from the MVP voters. So I think he's 1, and I think Tom Brady's going to be 2.
I'm opposite. I think Tom Brady's going to be 1. I think Russell Wilson will be number 2.
Okay.
I think what's going to stop Russell Wilson from getting it is the fact that Tom Brady's going to get the Buccaneers to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's going to hold them up, because I think they have a better record, and Tom's going to put up some stupid numbers with every single weapon that he has on that team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he has the best set of receivers in the NFL.
Yes.
We can't argue that. I mean, I would love for anybody to show me another team's wide receiver set who's better than those 2. Right. And then you add in 2 tight ends, not 1. But 2.
Really 3 if you count Cameron Brate, who's a red zone.
I mean, you can throw Brate in there as a 3rd tight end if you really want to. But basically, this is Belichick's dream team.
And Leonard Fournette, who he's not just a battering ram. He caught 76 passes last season.
Exactly.
And Leonard Fournette.
With Rojo as well as LaShawn McCoy.
And
you have yourself a scat back who's ready to catch and run.
And and people say that Tom Brady's the luckiest quarterback of all time. That's what Rob Parker calls him, the luckiest of all time. And to some degree, that's true. But he deserves to be in this situation. He really does, for what he's contributed to the game, how he's won. I don't think of him as a cheater like a lot of other people do. But I think that he deserves this, and I'm happy to see him in this kind of an offense where he's got to be the most comfortable he's ever been.
Yep. He get to show us that it's not just Belichick and Josh McDaniels. Mm-hmm. He get to show his part. So, Defensive Player of the Year.
Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. He's going to have 17 sacks this season from the defensive tackle position, which is borderline impossible since you face routinely double and triple teams, and the quarterback can physically see you coming. It's not going to matter. He's going to have 17 sacks. He's the Defensive Player of the Year.
Wow. I'm going Khalil Mack.
Yes.
I think Mack is going to.
Mack is back.
Mack is back.
Yeah.
He's going to bounce back and take the award. And I feel like this is going to be what we'll see for the next maybe 4 years is between him and Aaron Donald fighting over who deserves to win the Defensive Player of the Year, which is going to be super fun seeing them do that.
Okay.
Offensive Player of the Year.
Offensive Player of the Year, Tom Brady. I'm thinking 4,500 yards, at least 30 passing touchdowns. He's going to have a great season. It's going to be so fun to watch. It's going to be a fantastic story. And it's gonna be Tom Brady. That'll be sort of like, in a sense, a consolation, since he's not gonna win the MVP over Russ. He's gonna win that.
I'm gonna give it to the number 3 in the MVP voting.
Okay,
Dak Prescott. He's gonna put up some stupid numbers this year. He should.
He did last season.
He did last year, and I think he's gonna go up more this year because he knows that contract is dependent. He's gonna be smarter about his picks, about his plays, where he throws the ball and where he goes. And I think with a new system and a new head coach and a new voice, he'll be able to really propel himself up to win that.
Okay.
All right. Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Offensive Rookie of the Year, running back Antonio Gibson out of Washington. I think that a big part of the reason why they were comfortable letting Adrian Peterson go is because they know that he is going to be a really, really good back. He's built, I don't know if you've seen film on him. He looks a lot like Derrick Henry when he runs. He's got that height, 6'2", 225. He's actually more of a receiver in college. So he literally only has 34 college carries. But what's good about that is he didn't get just beat to hell. Yeah. So,
he's not an old beater car. He's
he's not.
Newer model.
He's fresh and ready to go. So it's going to be Antonio Gibson.
So he's a high quality, certified pre-owned vehicle is what you're basically saying.
He's that
because he's probably just a demo car. He wasn't one that was actually, or a one owner who didn't travel as much, didn't take the car out in bad weather. Right. So I can see that.
That's exactly right.
Offensive Rookie of the Year, mine's going to be Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Ooh, I should have thought of that.
So I think the Chiefs are going to use the hell out of him, not only in running but in receiving. So that's what's going to help Patrick Mahomes have a guy that can catch the ball as well as run between the tackles. He's going to have a stupid good year. He's going to be another Josh Jacobs, in my opinion. He'll be able to actually win the award, where Josh Jacobs was unfortunately right behind a Kyler Murray who really deserved getting here.
I mean,
last year.
has any starting running back gone into – no starting running back has gone into a team like this, but it's not just the team with Mahomes and all those guys. It's the fact that he's going to routinely face 4, 5, 6 in a box. You have to.
Yeah.
Because you have Tyreek out there. You have Travis Kelce out there. You have possession receiver Sammy Watkins and Patrick Mahomes' ability to hit those guys without even looking at them. So you have to put more guys in the defensive backfield. So it's going to be nothing but running lanes for Clyde Edwards. So he is in like the perfect situation for a running back, and he's championship proven as well, winning a championship with LSU. So I love that pick.
True. Defensive player of the year.
Isaiah Simmons. The only thing I loved Isaiah Simmons in Clemson. Only thing I hate about Isaiah Simmons is he's in the division with my 49ers.
Yes.
Because I said that is the best defensive player coming out this season, and he fell to them, I think, at like 7 or 8. I was hoping he would have gone to like the Giants at 3 or 4, wherever they picked. But it's going to be Isaiah Simmons. He's a baby Jamal Adams, but he's faster. Not as big of a hitter, but he's faster. So I think it's definitely going to be Isaiah Simmons.
Okay. So, for me, Chase Young.
Yeah.
I think Chase Young's going to go out there for Washington. He's going to play a lot of defense as they get Haskins going. But no, I think he's going to be the most impactful defensive player in the NFL as a rook. He may actually get double-digit sacks, even with the doubles and the triples. He's going to show us how much of a man-child he is, and I think he's going to be dominant out there in Washington. He's going to give the Eagles and the Giants hell. Daniel Jones is going to be dipping. I think Dak will be better prepared for him. Dak's still going to have problems, but Dak is good and mobile. But Carson Wentz, Jalen Hurts as well. Well, he's going to be chasing Hurts again, as well as Daniel Jones is going to have some issues.
Yeah, and I think too, with defensive ends coming out of college, especially if they come out of Ohio State, usually if people say they're going to be really good, they usually are really good. Joey Bosa was really good his rookie season. Nick Bosa, he was offensive defensive player.
I think defensive player rookie of the year last year too.
Yeah. So it sets up perfectly for Chase Young as well, who they say is actually more athletic than both of those guys.
Yes.
So I think that's one you can take to the bank as well. I think it's a 2-horse race between Isaiah Simmons and Chase Young.
Yeah. I can see that. I was thinking about Isaiah Simmons as well, but I was like, I think that it's going to be. I can totally see that. So, okay, man, that was fun. We got
more Coach of the Year.
Oh yeah, we got to do Coach of the Year. Who's going to win Coach of the Year?
Bruce Arians.
Same.
Yep.
I had Bruce written down here too. I just
Bruce
wrote
Arians.
down like, oh yeah, I got it.
At first, I had Harbaugh for the Ravens because I was thinking, okay, they're going to be the top seed again in the AFC. I think all these great things about the Ravens winning the Super Bowl, etc. I was like, no, wait a minute. We've seen this before.
Yes,
whereas
we have.
Bruce Arians again, a team ascending to a playoff spot and to a high playoff spot, as Arians is going to do with the Bucs. I'm like, no, it's going to be Bruce Arians.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
I mean, who else can it be?
Right.
If you really think about it. Yeah, I'm going Bruce Arians as well. He's going to propel the Buccaneers back to the playoffs for the first time in about 5 years,
something like that,
since we had Winston.
Yeah.
So that's what we need. And he's going to show out with all of the weapons that he has, and now he has a quarterback that he feels like he can trust, and they're gonna make some magic happen.
Yeah.
So, good stuff. That's everything.
I think so. We didn't get into what team is going to underperform and which team is going to overachieve. We can do that if you want to.
Yeah, let's do that real quick.
Underperforming team, I say, is the Cleveland Browns for the purposes that the fact they're the Cleveland Browns and this is what they do every season.
I can totally see
so unfortunately, I don't want this to happen, but they're going to underperform, overachieve, and I think you would agree with this. I think the Chargers are going to do more than what people expect them to do, and I think part of the reason why is because Tyrod isn't going to lose games for them.
Right,
he's a little bit better than a game manager, but that can win you some games.
You can,
yeah, because you're not beating yourself. So I think that the Chargers are going to overachieve.
Okay, my underachiever is going to be the Packers.
Okay.
They should make the playoffs. They're not going to make the playoffs. They're just not going to do what they want. They're supposed to. Them and the 49ers. They're the two teams that you would expect to be a lot further up, but at the same time, the Super Bowl hangover is real. You're right.
It is.
I know it is, and so we'll see that. Overachievers going to be the Cardinals, man. They're going to be so much better than people are going to expect, man. They're going to fight with the Seahawks to actually win that division. Hell, they might win it. But I'm still sticking to the Seahawks as the winners of it. But the Cardinals and Cliff Kingsbury and the way that he's actually managing that team well, okay, it's gonna be perfect. All right, so Super Bowl, who's gonna be top seeds in the NFC and AFC?
Just like top overall,
top records.
I've got the Seahawks going 13-3. The Bucks just underneath them at 12-4 in the NFC. In the AFC, I've got the Ravens going 13-3 with the Chiefs just right underneath them at 12-4.
Okay, I got the in the NFC. I got the Cowboys having the top record. I feel like they're going to finally do something with this talent. Finally. And in the AFC, honestly, I got the Chiefs going back at the number 1 spot.
Okay.
Barring injury, I don't see them having many of them. They're going to end up being the number 1 spot again.
Okay.
Super Bowl.
All right. Well, conference championship games.
Conference championship game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
go ahead. I'll let you lead it.
NFC or AFC?
Let's do AFC first.
AFC conference championship game. We've got what I hope is the first of a series of matchups between Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson over the next decade. But I have them meeting in the AFC championship. It's going to be in Baltimore, and I believe Baltimore is going to win that game 27-24 on a last-minute drive by Lamar Jackson, finally getting over the hump and finally asserting himself as one of the most dominant quarterbacks in football.
I really hope that that's true because I was sold on how beautifully you articulated that.
Yes.
So let's hope that that is true. But
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and go with the Chiefs will also play against the Ravens,
Okay.
but they will go ahead and win that game 34-31. It'll
All right.
be a battle. It's going to be in Kansas City. It's going to be snowy. It's going to be rainy. It's going to
Right.
be gross. But they're still going to be able to put up numbers because it's going to be all runs. Because they're going to be running the ball like crazy. A lot of scrambling, a lot of quick passes by Patrick Mahomes. He most likely is going to hit Tyreek Hill on a quick slant route, and Tyreek Hill's just going to run it all the way to the zone, give them the lead, 34-31, to win that one. NFC-wise, I've got the Buccaneers facing the Dallas Cowboys in the
Okay.
NFC Championship.
Okay.
I see Dallas coming out there with Ezekiel Elliott leading the way. It's going to be a big battle. Tom Brady's going to throw for like 300-something yards. The Cowboys are going to win the game.
Wow.
Somehow, the Cowboys are going to win the game.
Cowboys in the Super Bowl.
So I have the Cowboys facing the Kansas City Chiefs
Yeah.
in the Super Bowl.
So you made all of Texas incredibly well, most of Texas incredibly happy
Yep.
with what you just said. NFC for me, I'm going to go the Buccaneers go to the Seahawks to face them. Again, another hard fought battle. Two of the greatest quarterbacks that we've ever seen still playing today, especially Tom Brady versus Russell Wilson. And the Seahawks emerge victorious
Wow.
31-27
Joystick Wilson.
because Tom Brady is going to throw an interception on their last
Shut
drive
up.
to win the
Again.
game.
Again.
Yeah, it's going to happen. I think
So it's going to be basically a flip of what happened to Russell Wilson in the Super Bowl.
didn't Favre do that?
I think he
Like,
has done it
they
before,
they
too.
made it to the NFC Championship game with that Vikings team. It was against the Saints, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and they, Bounty Gate and all that. But yeah, he made a costly turnover that, sealed the victory for the other side. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got
Russell Wilson threw an interception at the 1 yard line against the
you go.
Patriots for
Yeah.
Super Bowl. So
Right. So reversal of fortune, etc.
Yeah.
So in mine, I have the Seahawks going up against the Ravens in the Super Bowl, and you have the
Cowboys and
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
All right. So please, Jay, how does your Super Bowl turn out?
Chiefs back to back. I'm just going to just say that.
Back-to-back.
I would like to say the Cowboys will win it, but I don't have enough faith in them to go that far. But I'm going to go ahead and say the Chiefs win it again. I think it's going to be a close game. It won't be a blowout like the Madden simulation is. You can look at that. The ESPN did a simulation of the entire season. I don't think it's a blowout. I think it's a close game. I think it's going to be an exciting game, but I think it's like 28-24.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I am going to take, and this is Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay, Seahawks versus Ravens. I'm going to take the Ravens and Lamar Jackson to win his first Super Bowl, second for John Harbaugh. They win it 24-20 on a big fourth down defensive stop by the Ravens defense being led by Calais Campbell, their big offseason pickup. So Lamar Jack gets his first Super Bowl right after Patrick Mahomes. And like I said, this sets the stage for a series of those two battling in AFC championships and when I'm getting to the Super Bowl and continuing to dazzle us in a way that Peyton Manning and Tom Brady used to when they were in their prime as well.
Heck,
So yeah,
that's
Ravens
awesome.
win the Super Bowl.
Sweet. All right.